Buying a home is one of the largest personal and financial decisions you will ever make. And the other thing is trying to find a loan to pay for that home over time. I'll talk to you about the options you might have in just a moment. Hello, I'm Merrill Wirtz with Landmark Realty. Well, I want to talk to you about how to finance a home in 2025. And what is a mortgage? Well, a mortgage is a loan made to you by a bank in which you pay back and will pay it back with interest. And normally it's a 30-year fixed-rate mortgage. How do you qualify? It depends on your financial situation. You need to go in with all your financial information, pay stubs, any savings that you have, any credits that you have. All that information needs to be taken into your mortgage loan person because they'll check and see if you qualify for a loan. And if you happen to be a first-time home buyer or a veteran, there are special loan programs for you, especially first-time home buyers. Every year, annually, around March, the Federal Home Loan Bank puts out grant money, and that can range from $5,000 to $7,500 to first-time home buyers to help with down payment or closing costs. And if you qualify and live in the house for 5 years, the grant is forgiven. If you move out prior to that time, you'll have to pay some of that back. It'll be prorated. But you need to get qualified now, not in the end of February, but there's only a limited amount of that money that's available for each community. And that money goes very fast. So those people who get pre-qualified in January and work with their lender are most likely to be able to get that first-time home buyer grant. And what are the different types of loans? Well, there's the fixed-rate loan, and that's usually a 30-year, anywhere from a 15 to 30-year rate. And then there's the adjustable rate mortgage, and that interest rate, well, that could be a little less than the fixed-rate mortgage. The terms of that type of mortgage run around 5 to 10 years. At the end of the term, then the interest rate will change on an annual basis, and it could go up and it could go down. And what is a down payment? Well, it depends on the lender that you're working with, whether you're working with a bank, a credit union, a mortgage broker. Some credit unions have no money down. Some bankers want 10% down, 15%, maybe even 20%. Well, if you put down 20%, then you don't have to pay mortgage insurance. If you put less than 20% down, you will have mortgage insurance, but you can get rid of that over time as you work to pay off your loan and you get 20% equity in your home, then that mortgage insurance can be eliminated. And what other types of loans are there? All right, what's the difference between the conventional loans and the federal loans? Well, the conventional loan is usually by a bank or a credit union or a mortgage broker, and their requirements for getting the loan could be a little more strict than the government loans. And what type of government loans are available? Well, I'm sure you're all familiar with the FHA loan. That's primarily for first-time buyers, and they only require 3.5% down. Then, if you happen to be in the military, you can get a VA loan, and that's no money down, and you don't pay any insurance premium on the loan. Then the final one is the USDA Rural Home Development Loan, and that's for people in rural communities. In Hayes and Ellis and Victoria, we qualify as a rural community for that loan program, and there's no money required down on that. And depending on your financial situation, it's also possible that they'll pay some of your closing costs. Well, how can you cut down on your out-of-pocket costs on closing on a home? Well, you can negotiate that in the contract with the seller. You could ask the seller for some concessions. Those concessions could be to pay for some of your closing costs, like title insurance and other things that would be a part of the closing costs to get into the home. Now, the concessions, there's a limited amount of what they can pay, and you could also ask them, which is not a concession, is to ask them to pay for the compensation for the real estate agent you're working with. So all of these things are negotiable, And that is the information that I hope will help you in 2025 to buy your home. If you'd like to have more information or would like some assistance in getting pre-qualified and where to go, just give me a call at 785-623-1634. I want to encourage you to subscribe to my channel, and if there's any other information you'd like me to make a video on, please let me know. And I want to thank you for watching, and my gosh, have a wonderful Happy New Year.